Hello, what's up? So today I'm going to discuss Ford Motor Company, which is F. In short, like the ticker symbol is F. So I want to ask you before that, are you making millions of dollars in Wall Street? Yes? If yes, then congrats. If no, you will make it. Don't worry. Okay, so in 1 year period, Ford is down by like 20 cents, almost 20 cents. It is like a little bit big decline for one day period, like 2% down, almost 2% down. It's a big one for 1 day. Okay, so what about 5 days? In 5 days period, it was down from $164 to $10.64 to $10.42. It's not a big deal, but still it's like handsome for 5 days. Handsome decrease for 5 days. What about 1 month? In 1 month period, it went down handsomely as well, like from $10.75 to $10.42. What about 6 months? In 6 months, however, Ford is up. Ford is up from $9.97 to $10.42, which is a good 6 monthly move. What about 1 yearly move? In 1 year horizon, however, the price is down from $11.85 to $10.42. So in 1 year horizon, it is in a bad shape. Like it has been down by almost $1.50. It's not a good move. So what about 5 years? In 5 years, it is like it is up from $5.91 to $10.42, which is a little good, not too handsome, but still it's good because it is nearly double, right? So it is good. It's not so bad. It's not so poor. So it's okay. So let's now consider yearly return statistics of Ford. So in 1 year horizon, it is minus 5% return, opposed to 9% return for an S&P 500 index. What about 3 years? 17% return, while S&P 500 gave 63%. What about 5 year? In 5 years, 111% return as opposed to 92% for 5 years of S&P 500. Now let's study financials. The profit margin is poor, 2.74%. What about return on equity? It's okay, but not still very good. It is 11.5%. What is diluted EPS, however, is good, 1.23. It's good. What about trailing P is good, 8.5. What about forward P? That's also good, 8.64. So the EPS is handsome, but the price is not that much good. So what is the problem? So, and analysts are also not giving it a high rating. It's like already reflected, like $10.42 already surpassed the price that analysts targeted. Analysts estimate that the price should be $10.37. However, it is already $10.42, which is, it shows that it is not undervalued at all. There is not much of opportunity to grab from Ford. Okay, so what's going on? Why it's not up? So you have to consider factors. Okay, so what is the problem? So you need to study. Okay, so for example, let's study an article and try to grab an idea of what's going on in Ford. So how good is Ford Motor Company when it comes to ROE? One of the best investments we can make is in our knowledge and skill set. Okay, so with that in mind, this article will work through how we can use ROE to better understand a business. We will use ROE to examine Ford by way of a worked example. So it wants to teach you how you can use ROE to get into the investment decision of whether or not to invest in Ford. So Does Ford have a good return on equity? One simple way to determine if a company has a good return on equity is to compare it with the average for its industry. Importantly, this is far from a perfect measure because companies differ significantly within the same industry classification. The image below shows that Ford Motor has an ROE that is roughly in the line with the auto industry average 11%. So Ford's industry average is around 11%, and Ford is also having the ROE of 11.3%. So ROE of Ford is not convincing enough for an investor to take an investment decision like for long term. Okay, so therefore Ford is not having a competitive edge in the market and not getting like a good price hikes. Okay, it's not getting so good price hike. Therefore, be vigilant when you invest in Ford, and have a good day. Bye.